Welcome to Athar's Garage. In this video, I'll be working on the Yokomo Rookie Speed 2.0, steps 1 and 2. So let's get started. All right, for step 1, we're going to install the suspension mount, the rear mount. It says RF on it with 2 M3x8 flathead screws, and then we're also going to install the bell crank posts, which are these items here, with 2 M3x8 flathead screws. And since these are aluminum, we're going to go ahead and install some blue Loctite so these don't come undone. So take note of the orientation of your chassis. There's no plastic on this side, it's basically flat, and so this is the front and this is the rear. So just take note of that. Let's go ahead and install the rear suspension mount. Let's trim any excessive plastic. So the suspension mount is going to install, looks like, in these two holes, here and here. So on the bottom, we're going to install the screws in this hole and this hole. Okay, there we go. Now we can go ahead and install the steering bell crank posts. Those are going to install in this hole and this hole. So we can install our screws through this hole on the bottom and this hole, and add a little bit of blue Loctite to those screws. There are some flats if you want to hold a wrench or something on that post, but I didn't need to. I was able to get it tight without having to hold back up. There we go. So that's it for step 1. We got the rear suspension mount and the steering bell crank post installed. Now we can move on to step 2, which is installing the bulkheads in the front and the rear. So let's go ahead and get the bulkheads off the parts tree. Looks like we have a pair of each. So let's go ahead and install the front bulkhead first. So this is the front of the vehicle. We're going to make sure two things. We're going to make sure that these 3 holes are going to face the inside of the vehicle, and then there's also a small lip right here, and that's also going to face the center line of the vehicle. So they will install in this orientation here. We've got the lips on the inside, and they're going to install, the screws are going to install in these 4 holes here. And we have these little locating pins on the bottom, and those locating pins are going to install in the smaller hole here and here. All right, that's the front installed. You can go ahead and move on to the rear. So the rear is going to install in a similar fashion. We want these 3 holes facing the inside of the vehicle, as well as that lip facing the center line of the chassis. So my lip is on this side, and it's going to install, the screws are going to install in this hole and this hole, and the locating pin in the smaller hole here. Okay, there we go. So that's it for step 1 and 2. We got the rear suspension mount on, bell crank posts. front and rear bulkheads. So usually on higher end kits, the chassis will be made out of carbon fiber or aluminum, as well as these bulkheads will be made out of aluminum. So these are another area where they, I don't want to say cheaped out, but made it more accessible to the masses. So we'll see how this handles. So far, I like the plastic quality. Fit and finish has been pretty nice so far. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe if you did. Let me know down in the comments if you have any tips or tricks that would help out the community. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.